If we really want to evolve, expand the consciousness, then I have to keep my goal higher than the present one. The present condition must not satisfy me. Present richness doesn't satisfy us. Why should present spiritual state should satisfy us? Hello everyone. We have learned how to relax, how to meditate well, and how to do cleaning. What is the purpose behind all these things? After every meditation, we have a typical, very peculiar condition emerging as a result. Don't we like to maintain that spiritual status or inner condition or that lightness that you felt after the meditation, or that you feel so centered within yourself that you like to continue with this state of centeredness within? Let's call it as a meditative state which has emerged out of this meditation. Wouldn't it be nice if it can extend beyond these 30, 40, 50 minutes of meditation? So, how to ensure that the meditative state remains to our heart's desire? So recognize that your heart is desiring it, and let's make a willful intention before meditation itself. Let's become more cognizant with this fact that yes, I need to stay in touch with this inner state, and that there is a need for such a thing. So this much of awareness, this much of intention should be good enough to start with. If we really want to evolve, expand the consciousness, then I have to keep my goal higher than the present one. The present condition must not satisfy me. Present richness doesn't satisfy us. Why should present spiritual state should satisfy us? When we offer this voice of the heart to a higher level of consciousness or higher source, or as some system talk about that I am now connected with my inner resources or my inner divine source or the godly agency. Somewhere, somehow, we are trying to invoke the higher help. That means I am at a lower state, which is good. We did not feel inferior about it. In fact, more we feel smaller about ourselves in front of God, better it is. One fact always remains true, that grosser things cannot appreciate the subtler. I cannot remain grosser and try to appreciate something very subtle. It is contradictory. One will have to become very subtle inside. And can you imagine the subtlety of the final thing? Subtlety of God, for example, or subtlety of the ultimate. Can I become subtler than that so that I can appreciate divinity or the ultimate? So to my heart, prayer is when heart cries out for such a moment that yes, I'd like to become subtler. I'd like to appreciate and become one with the goal. So each time you achieve something, you become something, then higher thing is already calling you. You attain that, something even greater is awaiting. And this chain goes on and on and on. When we realize this, that I need higher help, the heart cries out very deeply. Such an introspection, the moment of introspection where One identifies that, yes, I need to achieve that. What is my problem? How to get rid of it, and the source of improvement. We call God or the guide. Ultimate guide is always God. The real master of our life is always God. And we say, "Oh Master, my God, Thou art the real goal of human life." We have to recognize this much, that highest principle is the goal of my life. We are yet but slaves of wishes, putting bar to our advancement. Thou art the only God and power to bring us up to that stage. So, with such a simple submission, where we identify three things, here, the most important thing I can understand through these few simple lines, that this prayer or submission is not offered just for myself. It's for us all. We, us, ours. We are yet but slaves of wishes, putting bar to our advancement. Thou art the only God and power to bring us up to that stage. It is no longer about myself. That's the beauty of such a submission. It's no longer a selfish thing that, yes, my Lord, I like to achieve this for myself. It's for the entire universe. Then what happens when such a submission is made? I think automatically you will be able to see the magic of God's grace. Something will start descending. Something even more powerful than yogic transmission. Something more intense than pranahuti. I like to call it as grace. We need to invoke this grace. How is it possible? After you finish this prayer, at the end of it, you say, all throughout the night, even during my sleep, I will remain connected with the Lord. Or imagine that you are sleeping in the lap of the Lord. Just like when we were children and sleeping in the lap of our mother or father. Feel that comfort in associating yourself with that higher principle, higher entity. Maintain this for a few minutes with a conscious mind, maybe 2 minutes, 3 minutes. And by the time, I suppose, most people go to sleep because of the comfort derived out of this sentiment. Also, let there be the inner current of thought that soon as I wake up, I'll meditate and connect myself with still another higher level of consciousness and maintain that during daytime. Finish the evening cleaning that has spoiled my level of consciousness. Regain the inner balance or centeredness that you had earlier. And mingle with family members with joy, with such purity and simplicity. And again at night time, the cycle is completed through prayer. So this is how we can spend our 24 hours while working with our day-to-day affairs, even while doing this daily business affairs or work, or even while cooking for our family. When we remain inwardly in tune with this deeper level of consciousness, I think the whole exercise changes its nature and we derive such a great benefit In just few months of such a training, I think life can change drastically. I wish you would give it a genuine, a serious try. You don't need to believe in my words. Just try it for 7 days and see what happens. These few elements of this heartfulness practice, if you liked that you make this approach even simpler, we have this app called Let's Meditate. You can download that on your phone. It will walk you through various elements of this practice. One is relaxation, second is meditation, third is cleaning, and fourth is about how to offer a prayer, how to connect with our inner source, how to connect with the ultimate. We also have heart spots all throughout the world where you can take the help of trainers. These trainers will not charge anything to learn.